Hey everybody, and welcome back. You are watching the watch list for Monday, September 19th. Glad you guys are here. Whether you're new to the channel or old to the channel, thank you guys for being here, supporting the channel. I truly do appreciate it. Guys, if you're new to the channel, if you're struggling with trading, if you're struggling with the strat, this channel, what I teach here is going to change the way that you guys trade in the stock market. This strategy, the strat, is by far the easiest way to trade in the stock market that I found, and I'm sure that you will find as well. And I'm sure all stratters would agree that this is the easiest way to trade in the stock market. Before we get started on that list, I just want to go through a couple things with you guys. Number one, if you're on Twitter, I'm there as well. You can find me at Mr. Clark Griswold. If you want to ask questions, you can do it there. You can do it down below in the comment section. It helps the algorithms. And while you're down there, why don't you just go right down and give me a thumbs up right now? I'd appreciate it. And you need to click that subscribe button. And that's not the important part. The important part is the bell. Click that bell. The bell gives you the notifications for when I send out the videos just like this one every single day. So we send out watch lists just like this one for daily setups, weekly swings, monthly swings. We've got 300 plus videos to help you guys learn to trade the strat. 300. And we go through everything from the candlestick numbers, entries, exits, trade reviews, broadening formations. I've started a new question series, question and answer series, questions with Clark, I think we can call it. I'm going to try to do it every Sunday. You guys send the questions in. I will answer them for you guys every Sunday. Okay, so there's all kinds of really, really good information on this channel to help you guys become more profitable and more consistent, because that's a goal here, is to help you guys to make profit and to be consistent in that profit. So that's why we're here. That's what we're going to learn. One other thing that I want to go through, a couple other things. The screen that you see here, this is TradingView, okay? So that's what I use to chart all of my stuff. If you're looking for a platform to use that's like this, I have a link in the description below. That link, that TradingView link, will get you a free 30-day trial to any one of their subscriptions. So you click on that link, pick a subscription service, you get to try it free for 30 days, and then if you like it, you get up to $30 off of that subscription, but you need to start by clicking that link in the description below. I was talking about the comments. You can do the same thing in the Discord. So I did start a Discord. That link is in the description as well. And everything that I offer you guys free or fee-based is in that Discord, okay? So whether it's the trading bots, the Griswold Strat Indicator, where there's also a link for that below, and you can find it in the Discord as well. The Griswold Gold memberships, one-on-ones, merchandise, you can find that all in the Discord. So that link, again, is in the description below. Click the link, get in the Discord, join, and start learning and earning together with everybody who's in that group. Okay? And the last thing I want to talk to you guys about, and this is the crappiest part. So those ads that roll through, guys, I know they suck. No one likes watching them, but those ads pay for me to put these videos out to you guys for free. You don't have to pay for the videos. I will continue to put these out for you guys for free every single day, including the learning tools and the question and answer series. But the one thing I ask from you guys in return is to let those ads roll through. I know they suck. No one likes watching them, but those ads keep this stuff free. Let the advertisers pay for your education, okay? Let's get started on this list. We're going to go through them, and I'll give you entries. I'll give you exits. We'll talk about the candlesticks. We'll talk about time frame continuity. Okay, so the first one we've got on the list is Sbux, SBUX. So Sbux had a 2 down that finished green. So we gapped down, and then we ended up finished green. We filled that gap. So what we've got here is a 1-2-2 reversal, 1-2-2 rev strat. And there's a couple things here that I like. So we have this set up, the 1-2-2. We're looking for a 2 up here. Okay. The other thing I like is a time frame continuity. Now, opening up Monday, because it's a new day, it's a new week, it's a new hour, these three have not been determined yet. They will be determined as we roll through on Monday. But the month and the quarterly are both green. So if we trend up, like probabilities are telling us that it will, then we've got really, really good time frame continuity. The other thing I want to look at here, guys, is this broadening formation. So this is the top, and we are really, really close to snagging the top of that broadening formation. So that's something that we can look at for next week and see if Sbux can hit the top of that. So we've got the signal, the 1-2-2 rev strat. We've got the top of the broadening formation really, really close, and we've got time frame continuity if we trend up in that direction. So Starbucks looks like a really high probability trade for Monday. LTHM, I will not say lithium, it's Livent Corporation. LTHM, same thing. We have this RevStrat, 122 RevStrat. I don't have the trigger in there, so let's put it in there together. Okay, and we'll change that to yellow because that's how I set my triggers. And then we'll put in one more for a target up here. And then we're going to talk about something else with LTHM. So we have this trigger, and we have really good magnitude to the top of the next candle. So when we set our targets, it's just for calls, it's the highs of the previous wicks. And for puts, it would be the lows of the previous wicks. So here, here, and here. But we're only looking for a call option. We're looking for this to trend up. Again, we've got great time frame continuity here. The other thing that we have here, guys, these two pink lines, that represents the weekly chart triggers. Okay, so if we go to the weekly, we've got this inside bar on the weekly that you can see here. And if you go back to the day, we know we have a weekly there. One, because I put my two pink line triggers there. Two, because this little yellow circle on the week, that tells me there's an inside bar on the week. This gray silver box on the quarterly tells me there's an outside bar on the quarterly. And this is all part of the Griswold Strat indicator. So it's a one-time fee for that indicator. It's 25 bucks. You get it for life. We're doing some edits to it currently, adding some stuff in there for you guys. And when you purchase it, even the people who've already purchased it, you get those updates automatic. There's no extra charge for it. So this indicator here, this time frame continuity is included. The painting of the inside bars and the outside bars along with the OB and IB tabs are included in it. The candlestick numbers are included in it. There's a Sara STRAT Sniper 50% rule where you can mark out the daily, weekly, and monthly 50% ranges on the charts, okay? So it's an all-in-one stop shop for the indicators. And if you think you need something added on there, put it in the comment section below. We'll see if we can get it added for you guys. So back to LTHM. And what I was saying here, if we trigger to the upside and we hit first targets, that second target, guys, is the trigger for the weekly to break out of that inside bar. So watch LTHM next week. Next up, we've got C, which is Citigroup. Citigroup has the same thing, 1, 2, 2 down, Rev Strat. We're looking for a 2 up. So the reason, you notice I have this green line here as a trigger or a target. So the reason for that is because there's this little bit of a gap. And when we have gaps in between the candles, meaning there's no candlestick from here to here, there's this little bit of space. And usually it's a little bit bigger, but not here. We put the targets at the bottom of the wick, and then the next target goes to the top of the wick of that same candle. And that's how we mark out targets when we have gaps. So again, 1, 2 down, 2 up is what we're looking for. We have this hammer candle, actionable signal. So again, we'll look for this to trend up on Citigroup. We'll see how it goes. Calls at $48.24. Macy's is up next. Again, 1, 2, 2 Rev Strat. We're going to look for calls to go to the upside. Calls at 1678, and the first target is marked out for you guys. IWM. Again, we have this gap play here that we had. So we had a 2 down. I'm going to take this right out of here. And I'm going to move this down like so. And then we're going to put in some other targets here just so we're prepped. There we go. Okay, so again, this is a 2 down. It finished red. It's really close to being green, so we can look for this thing to trend up as well. Calls at 179.69, and then our targets are marked out accordingly. And then you can put that third target right up there. And guys, here's the thing about any strategy that you guys are looking at, whether it's the strat or something else. There is no strategy that will work 100% for you. There is risk with every trade. And we have to inherit that risk and be conscious of it. And we can't just go into a trade thinking that it's golden and we're going to win every trade, because it's not realistic. And if we lose, we lose. But losing is basically the expense of this business. So there's expenses with every business. Losses in the stock market are the expense of running this business. And the quicker we realize that, and the quicker we feel comfortable with taking a loss, because a loss shouldn't make you feel like a loser. A loss is a loss, and it is what it is, and we move on to the next one, and they happen, okay? like I said, there is no plan that is foolproof. So if the trade goes wrong, make sure we have our stops in place. And like I said, you can go check out any of my review videos. We run through them every single day. I have another series that I started, a SPY series, and we go through SPY every single day. We do a review of it, and I walk you through the stop losses, and it's off of a 30-minute chart, but I walk you guys through it. Okay, move on to the next play here. We're going to go through GE. So GE, again, a 1-2-2 rev strat. And we're going to mark that out to the bottom. And we're going to look to fill this gap. And again, I don't know if it happens. Maybe we continue to trend down. And that's very possible too. But we have this 2 down that finished green. So probabilities tell me that this thing is going to go for a run to the upside. How big that is, we don't know. Okay, next up we've got Lyft, LYFT. So Lyft had a 2 up that finished red. And guys, here's a perfect example. This was a 2 down, finished green, hammer candle. And look at this run. We triggered here. And we hit target 1 and target 2. Perfect trade on Lyft. Okay, so we're going to look for the same thing here. Sorry, I was completely wrong. There is the trigger. I missed that candle. And there is the target. Okay, so from here we had a 2 down, finished green. It is a doji candle. So realistically, this thing could go either way. But if we trend to the upside, we've got the hourly, the daily, the weekly, the monthly, and the quarterly all on our side. We'll look for calls at 1658, puts at 1687. Yes, there is a pink candle here that is in conflict. So we'll see which one has more strength. If we go 2 down on the week or if we're going 2 up on the day. If we go to the month is currently showing this inside bar. We'll see how far we have to go to break that inside bar. And less room, obviously, to the downside than there is to the upside. So we'll see how Lyft plays out on Monday. Next up, I'm going to take LUV out of here because that's just a big 2 down red. And then we go into AMD. Okay, so AMD has this 2 down, finished green. A little bit of a hammer candle there, so we can look for calls at 76.84. First target's marked out for you guys. Amazon, 2 down green, hammer candle. Okay, I like this setup. We can look for calls at 123.88. First target at the bottom of the wick because we have that gap. Otherwise, we go to the top. Okay, pretty good magnitude on Amazon there to fill that gap. CCL is one of the ones that has really great premiums, and it has a tight spread between the bid and the ask usually, and that's 2 things I really look for when I'm trading options. So we can look at this here. And we've got, I'm not sure why that's blue. I'll change it to yellow. We've got an inside bar, okay? And it's a hammer candle inside bar, which is a bullish pattern. We've got, if this trends up, we've got great time frame continuity across the board and good magnitude. So if you guys have been with me for a long time, you know about the inside bars. If you're brand new to this stuff, brand new to this channel, I'm going to teach you about inside bars. So inside bars, regardless of whether it's a hammer candle or an inverse hammer or a shooter candle, whatever it is, an inside bar painted yellow with the Griswold Strat indicator, it represents a consolidation candle, okay? So it doesn't break the high and it doesn't break the low of this previous candle. It stays within that range, and it's a tightening range. And when you guys see these yellow candles or these inside bar candles, these 1 candles, I want you guys to think of a spring. And if you tighten a spring and compact a spring and let it go, it's shooting to one direction or the other. And all we have to do is go back in time and look and see we triggered here and didn't quite hit the targets. And I like going back to show you guys this stuff and back test and show you how it works because it doesn't always work. This didn't hit our target and then it came back through. And they don't always work that way. Here's another outside bar. Didn't work. But here's one. Okay, so we triggered. We didn't quite hit the target. Pretty close, but this would have been a really good trade. This one here, gapped up. This one here, so we opened, and this was off a double inside bar. We opened, triggered, target 1. Okay, did its job. This one, opened, triggered, target 1, target 2, target 3. Did its job. Okay, so the probabilities of these inside bar candles working are really, really high. Do they work all the time? No. Like I said, there's no strategy that is foolproof and 100% works every time. So CL, Colgate-Palmolive, another inside bar. We can look for calls at 75.81, puts at 75.08. And you can see here again, this inside bar worked. This inside bar gapped, but it was a big run up. This inside bar worked. This inside bar triggered to the high side, hit targets, and then reversed. But, and I always tell you guys this again, these candlesticks are telling a story. Look at all these inside bars that are working. So this inside bar is basically saying, if I trigger at the top of my wick, okay, if I trigger at the top, and this works on any time frame. If I trigger at the top of my wick, I want you guys to buy. It triggers, we purchase, and if it hits any one of these targets, target 1, target 2, target 3, target 4, you can start taking your profits. Okay? It really is that simple. And it does take time and it does take work to try and get this stuff and manage it correctly, but it really is worth it, guys. Next up, we've got Cisco. Cisco 2 down, finish green. We'll look for calls at 43.58. DraftKings, DKNG, inside bar. We'll see if we can continue the trend up. Calls at 19.10 or puts at $18.37. Ford Motor Company. My buddy Fix It Phil plays Ford all the time. He loves it. You want tips on Ford? Go see Fix It Phil on Twitter. Calls at 14.74. First targets at $15.21. We've got a really nice hammer candle here on Ford. We move on to Google. It's an ugly hammer, but we can call it a hammer. Calls at 103.98. KDP, that's Keurig Dr. Pepper. 2 down, finish green. Good looking time frame here. If we can get that week to go as well. And if we trend up, that week is green. The only one that would be red is the month. So we can look for calls on Keurig at 37.48 and really good magnitude to the top there at 38.07. Microsoft, Mr. Softy, 2 down green, hammer, candle, calls, 245.30. And as we mark the magnitude there, we'll change it to green because that's how I mark my targets. Looks really good. We've got good magnitude on that setup there. Let's mark it out. What did I do? Oh, opacity. There we go. Okay, next one. After Microsoft, let's go to MU. That's Micron Technology. 2 down, finish green, calls at 53.01. Pinterest, inside bar. We can look for calls at 25.42, puts at 24.50, and we have this weekly trigger down here at 23.62. You guys can watch for that weekly swing list as well. It will be out this weekend. Palantir, inside bar, calls 70.93, puts $7.64. QQQ, 2 down, finish green, nice hammer candle. We can look for calls at 289.68, first targets marked out accordingly. Roku, inside bar. A lot of inside bars here, guys, to watch. Calls at 73.48, puts at $70.70. Pretty good magnitude to both ends of that. Tesla, 2 down, finish green, hammer candle, and really, really great time frame continuity. Calls at 303.78 is our trigger, and good magnitude to the top side of that 309.05. Guys always ask me, what do I take for strike prices? Okay, something like Tesla at 303. Higher premiums on Tesla. I want to give you guys a heads up. Smaller accounts won't be able to trade this. But calls at 303.78, I'd be looking for like a 304 to 306 is what I'd be looking at, and I take the closest expiry. If you want to buy a little time, so you don't get decay on that option, buy a little time, okay? Get a couple weeks out. I like taking closest expiry, though. Now, on the swing plays, I will get 2 weeks out on those 1 week swings. Okay, let's move into WFC. It has a 2 down, finish green, hammer candle. We're going to move this up just a tad. And we've got calls at 44.06. First target is 44.70. That's good magnitude on WFC. And if we trend up, we've got full time frame outside of this little yearly candle here that's red. XEL is up next. XEL, also an inside bar. Okay, so we can look for this to trigger to the upside with calls at 74.15 or puts at 73.35. Guys, make sure you're following me on Twitter. Click that thumbs up, hit the bell, comment down below if you guys have questions. I'm here to help you guys out and get in on that Discord. Okay, join and let's learn and earn together. We will see you guys all in the next one. I wish you good luck trading next week on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And we will see you all on the next one. Bye-bye.